All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Monday.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he floated one out there incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now it's Stafford. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Ready? 180.
Throwing is Stafford. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's McKinnon. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They run it with McKinnon. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Darnold on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and it's a second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Noah Spence able to drop him for a loss of 4.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Back to throw, Darnold. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Room to run past midfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On first down, Darnold. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's Stafford now on second down. That's Njoku over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Let's go now, let's go. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll try the counter with Dixon, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Real right, set, 260.
Stafford. A dump down to McKinnon. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. To throw is Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Leopard!
They'll start on the ground with Hines. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Leopard! Lucky 56! Lucky 56! 26.
They run with Hines. Room here to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Detroit!
Darnold. Being chased out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Third and 2, Darnold. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Stafford. And it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays. Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And out now come the Eagles. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky Detroit, 56. Detroit!
Darnold from the gun. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, it's Darnold. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Detroit! Gun!
On first and 10, Darnold throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. 12 more yards there and another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw on 2nd down. Stafford out left side here to Bryant. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Giants on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Big 20, big 20.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 40. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They go with Murray again. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Fighting through pressure. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. Ricky Jean-Francois in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss. And it'll be 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfect.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Here's Hines. And the ball is knocked out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Throwing is Stafford. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
On 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a 1st down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, Darnold. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down. On 1st down, Murray. And he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Darnold on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
McKinnon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got a first down and more past the 30, and all the way up to the 35-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Sutton drilling it in on the left side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Gun!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, that's Hines. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect the play.
Going left side here, and it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. McKinnon. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Hurry!
They run once more with McKinnon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Giants on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9.
21!
Operating from the gun. Stafford. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. A dump down to McKinnon. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Tag 50, tag 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
We're rolling.
Now it's Stafford. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Rookie Jean-Francois in on the tackle. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tackles.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy, hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.